Welcome, Scorpios. This is your May 2025 reading, and we're just going to see what you have going on and get you some messages from your guides. Let's see. All right, wonderful. So we have the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Three of Cups. Wonderful. So I feel like there may be some love coming towards you. If you are not in a committed relationship, you may have the opportunity to connect with someone from the romantic perspective this month. And I feel like this is going to be a happy union, and we're just talking about here the month of May here, so that's as far as we're going out. But you know, the connection I feel like could be from someone that you recognize. And when I say recognize, I mean from a previous lifetime or someone that you contracted with, that you actually connect with them and you feel so strongly that you've known them your entire life, or that you've connected with them before. So that's what I mean by you know them. There's also opportunity here to be more abundant financially as well. So you could come into some sort of inheritance or have the opportunity to increase your income through like a higher paying position or opportunity, a new job or a business venture. Or you even deciding like you want to explore a side hustle, or you want to put more effort into a side hustle that you do have. There's also the opportunity here to be more spiritually enlightened here and to raise your frequency and vibration from that perspective. So this is you being more connected with your higher self, or you being more connected with your partner as well. Okay, what else do we have for Scorpio? Oh, you have a lot of wonderful things happening here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so there may be some cycles that have ended as it relates to your finances. So just wonderful opportunity and blessings coming towards you, where you are going to be much more financially abundant and have the opportunity to, excuse me, be of help and support to others. And for some reason, others are going to feel more protected in a sense. So whatever support that is providing is make them feel protected and secure as well. And it can be in whatever way that you feel is best and feel comfortable and you're willing and open to do. So we have this Seven of Pentacles here as well. So there may be moments where you do feel like, okay, things aren't happening as fast enough. Like I'm waiting for these blessings and this abundance that you're talking about to come through and come in. So you may be feeling like that at certain times, but those are the moments where you can take stock of what you currently have and be appreciative and be thankful for that. And you can also look at how you've gotten to the point that you're at. Like maybe reviewing your portfolios and reviewing the things that have made you successful to this point, looking at some successes that you've had and identifying like, okay, what did I do in that situation to be successful? And then doing more of that in the meantime. Okay. What else? Thank you. So we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, you definitely may have those periods where you are feeling a little discontent. So again, it could be like things that aren't happening as fast as you think, or an investment didn't turn out the way that you wanted it, or you may have experienced a loss in some way. But it is opportunity for you to be grateful and to learn from it and to understand fully what the lesson was for you to learn, and identify that you've learned that and take that knowledge and wisdom with you as you move on. Okay, so it's really important that you're extracting that meaning out of it from those lessons as quickly as you can, because your abundance is right there. As soon as you turn and focus toward it, it is right there for you. Okay. Thank you. So we have the Ace of Coins as well. Yeah, you definitely have opportunities coming to you from different perspectives, all different ways. So open yourself up to that and connect with your intuition as those opportunities are coming through and becoming visible. As you're seeing those signs and synchronicities, connect, go within and ask yourself, what is this here to teach me? What am I to learn from this? And I do look up synchronicities that I see, mostly numbers, but I was recently reading something about a number I was looking up, and it was like, look, this is the message to you that you need to start connecting with your intuition and identifying the messages on your own as opposed to looking them up. So I was like, oh, okay, well, you know what? You got me there, because I typically look it up. I don't necessarily think like, okay, what does this mean to me in this moment? But I'm just giving you that as an example of something that you can do, and a place where you may be guided to go. And that is continuing to raise your frequency and vibration, because you're being more connected with you and who you are, and allowing you and yourself to determine what those synchronicities mean, as opposed to looking them up. And neither way is wrong, because I still look up stuff when I want to, but I've been doing that more and more, like relying on my intuition to tell me. All right. All right, and then we have 8 of Swords here as well. So this is you. There's definitely a different approach that you can take. There's other options available to you for endeavors, for whatever you're applying this to, something you're trying to accomplish, something you're working toward. There are other options out there that are maybe more aligned with what you feel more comfortable with and who you feel you authentically are. So just be open to that. And again, connecting with that intuition to help you to see those other options and allow them to become visible to you. Okay, so it's like I'm hearing that there's messages that are being communicated to you, or just different things that you're seeing, like in the experience, you're receiving those messages, and some of you aren't listening to them, or you're just going in a different direction. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. And, that is okay. You have free will. You can do that. But know that when you are receiving those messages and you are feeling guided toward a particular direction, that's because that's going to be like the path of least resistance, and the path that is designed for you to actually go ahead and learn that lesson, as opposed to going in a different direction or making a different choice where it's just going to result in you repeating the loop until you do get the lesson. Okay? We have the Knight of Coins here, and what else? What else? Okay. So there's also some additional knowledge available to you as well. So if you have an interest in something, or you're working towards something, and you feel like, I want to learn a little bit more about this, or I want to research different options before I make a decision, you're being guided to do that, because there's more information that you will find out that's going to help you in the decision-making process. So we also have the 4 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so you stepping through and opening up a new chapter, a new portal, and you're being guided to visualize that and what you want to be feeling as a result of that. When you step into that new chapter, what does that feel like? What does it look like? Okay, and then release that to the universe, because that's what the universe is asking at this point in time. Like, all right, we have a new chapter here that we can go through. So what do you want, Scorpio? What is that going to entail for you? And trust in the challenges that you experience, knowing that there's lessons in those and there's opportunities within those challenges. So it's sort of like preparing you and training you for where you ultimately want to be and where you're going. Okay? Okay, so thank you. And then give me one more, please. Give me one more. Thank you. So we have the 3 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So I feel like you're being called to remember who you are and remember why you came here. So remember the paths that you identified, that you wanted to go down, the tasks that you wanted to complete. Maybe even in some cases the way that you wanted to remember who you are. So there's some plans here, and you're being guided to remember those plans and go back to those original plans. And I'm speaking in the spiritual sense, but you can apply this to anything, to, you building your financial wealth, you at your place of employment, you on your business plan, whatever this is that you did sort of have a plan, an idea You're being reminded to remember that and to think of that. And you can make adjustments to that, of course, absolutely. But you had an intended goal. You had ultimately decided what it is that you wanted to experience and how that made you feel. So that's what you're being asked to remember and to get back in alignment with that and that path. We also have the Page of Swords here. So what else? What else? Give me one more, please. I know I keep asking for one more. All right, so we have the Moon. Okay, so you coming into more of you and your authentic self and allowing your light to shine through and lead the way and allow yourself to be divinely guided. So that's what I'm hearing here, because there's more information, and we talked about different approaches that can become available to you when you are connected with your higher self and intuition on a deeper level. And so this is more of that confirmation coming out that that's where you're headed and that's where you'll be. And you'll be able to better decipher the information, the synchronicities and signs. And more information will become available to you the more you're connected. So it's like you're, instead of making decisions with just like knowing one or two things, you're making decisions knowing like 10 things and knowing 10 different paths that you can go down. So it's all becoming illuminated, shining the light on all that there is and all that it can be. So let's get a couple oracles here. We'll take it. So we have rising energy surge and fertility. Wonderful, because I feel like this is also a message to your heart chakra and inviting you to run things through your heart space. Okay, so check on that heart chakra. Do some meditations or whatever your practices are to balance it out and balance the other chakras as well. But specifically the heart chakra, definitely run things through there if you're not really sure. And it also is good anyway, even if you've made your decision, to take take time to meditate on it and run it through that heart space and see how it feels, just to make sure. We have variance here. Okay, so I see a lot of transformation and change happening and becoming available to you as well as part of this process, because we know you're entering in a new chapter. You're starting a new, it's like you're being awakened here. You have healing as well. I love that, because you don't want to forget that. And anything that you feel is not healed, anything that you feel you still need to work through for some reason, you really don't. You can let it go. But I do understand that in many cases we do feel like we need to work through that, or we want to really understand what's the reason why we experience that. So in that process, we're going to call it healing. Just be sure that you do understand what lessons you were to learn from that experience, so that you are able to put it aside and let it go and move on. What else? What else for Scorpio? What else is coming towards Scorpio, please? All right, Page of Wands. Wonderful. So we have things that you will feel passionate about, options, opportunities. Okay, so the ones that ignite that spark of inspiration within you, that spark of passion within you, is the ones that you should choose, or the one that you should choose, whether it's one or more opportunities here. So there's also this opportunity for you to manage your emotions, and for some of you this is better, this is an improvement, that you're being guided to become more emotionally intelligent. And for others of you, this is a continuation of that. Like, yeah, you have been being emotionally intelligent, you have been communicating constructively, and you must be honest with yourself, which I'm talking about, like where you fit in. You got to be honest with yourself, because that is sort of where the growth lies. Because if you know that you can communicate better, don't be like, oh, well, yeah, that's not me. It might be you, but then it might not be you. So this is a collective reading. So just take whatever resonates, but you are definitely being guided to be honest about where you are. Because even if you do communicate well and you are emotionally intelligent, highly emotionally intelligent, there's always room to grow. That's why it's called intelligence, because you can expand upon it, you can grow it. So we have our Six of Pentacles here. And there's also some support that you can provide to others, and whether it's just being passionate, being someone that will listen to them, being support to them in a non-monetary way, whatever it is, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you can afford to do, and whatever you want to do, you're being guided to do, because you do have what it takes to support others in whatever way you feel comfortable doing that. You have the capacity to do it, and you're being guided to do it. So it could be you just smiling at somebody that you walk by, a stranger. It could be as simple as that. So I'm not saying this has to be like, oh, you need to go give all your money away or something. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, you never know what others are going through. So your smile, you saying hello, you saying, hey, how you doing? Whatever it is, whatever you feel comfortable with doing, do it. You're being inspired to do it, because it is going to make a significant difference to someone else. It's going to bring a lot of joy, and it's going to bring a sense of togetherness to others by you doing that. Okay, and I also feel here with the Six of Pentacles, before I move on, that if you do decide to provide financial abundance to others, then you will decide and you will use your discernment to know who is needing of what, basically, is what I'm saying. So you don't have to worry about getting taken advantage of in any way. As long as you're listening to your intuition and allowing yourself to be intuitively guided and doing what you feel and running it through your heart space. Okay, so I feel like some are a little worried about that for some reason, I'm hearing, but you don't need to be. Just do what is in your heart and don't allow anyone else to tell you what to do. Listen to how you feel and if it feels good to you. Okay. Why is the Six of Swords in reverse, please? Okay. Okay, so we have transformation coming, and we did see that. We did see that with new portals, new chapters opening, but you are also going through this transformation, and I feel like this is leading to more emotional fulfillment and happiness. So potentially in your home, family environments, there's a lot of opportunity for healing to happen and for you to get to a place of unconditional love. Okay? What else? What else? Thank you. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. There is additional knowledge available to you. So, okay. I say this with love, but some of you think that you know everything that there is to know about a particular person or a situation, about a philosophy, whatever this is, and if it resonates, then you know what I'm talking about. There's more information, okay? You don't know everything. There is more. And if you come into it with the willingness to be more open and to learn, to be open-minded, then you will see. And you are going to be like, wow, okay. I feel so much more enlightened. I feel like I have most of the information that I need to have in order to make the best decision, or in order to provide the best support in this situation and environment. Okay, let's get some more oracles here. Let's do that. All right, so we have cleansing. I love that. As we know, new beginnings are happening. We have that confirmation on this card as well. But this is speaking to cleansing. So cleansing your space, decluttering your space. Okay. In the physical, your physical environment, as well as your chakras and your energetic field. So do whatever practices you do to clean up your energetic field and to allow the unconditionally loving, healing light to come through and flow through you. We also have the Sun with enjoyment, success, vitality, and playing. So also, which is something that we haven't mentioned yet, be creative. Do what feels good to you. Have some fun and enjoy yourself. I feel like I don't have to tell you that, Scorpio, but for those of you who I'm hearing are work a lot and you're very focused, it is an opportunity for you to get some relaxation time in, get some fun in, get some other things in that you like to do with your partner. Okay? We have the gateway, opening doors and opportunities, more confirmation of these new cycles that are opening, and you having the power to design those cycles to fit who you authentically are, meaning for them to be happy, for you to feel fulfilled, those types of energies you have the power to connect with. Oh, I love this. This is speaking to embracing who you are authentically, and I feel like you being open to the messages that you're receiving, the downloads and synchronicities are going to help show you more about you. And even the moments where you are struggling or where you do encounter contrast, those opportunities are showing you more about you and who you are and how you feel and your thought processes, your philosophies, your beliefs. And it's giving you the opportunity to change them, to make adjustments. Okay? So what else for Scorpio? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords here with the Two of Cups. And then give me one more, please. So we know that we did see there's opportunity for love, as well as in growing your finances, your financial foundation, your legacy as well. Yeah, we've also talked about the many options that are available to you. So that is coming up here again. And there is this message that, everything is not the best for you and it's not the path that you were truly meant to go down, even though there is no wrong path. There's some that are going to create more challenge, more contrast for you versus others that are going to be easier for you. And that's what this is all about. All of those options being presented to you, and you have free will to choose whichever path you desire. But just know, and maybe think through, and again, run it through your heart space, what is right for you. And use your intuition to make that choice and decision. We have healing coming up here again. So any experiences that you do have, because for some of you, like we did speak to maybe love coming in and having that opportunity available to you, you may even find by the end of the month that it's like, okay, that didn't work out as I expected it. But you have this opportunity to make yourself whole, okay, and not allow that to impact who you are, and to take the lessons and move yourself forward and say, okay, next up. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups here as well. So there's definitely opportunity, though, for success and for fulfillment in the home environment and in any other environment that you choose to apply this to. But since we were speaking about relationships and love, definitely opportunity for that relationship to be a success and for you to strengthen it. I want to put everything out there because it can go either way. So just so you're aware, okay? And as you are, and if you do encounter any immediate contrast here, trusting and knowing that things are happening for you and your highest good is going to help you, as well as staying positive throughout the circumstances is what's going to be helpful to you. And that's going to help you get to this Ten of Cups faster, to get to your emotional fulfillment, satisfaction. And I am hearing also that this isn't just related to love relationships, okay? So this is whatever those goals that you do have that you want to accomplish this month and that you are working towards. A lot of opportunity for success here, but it is going to matter what you're thinking and what that energy is that you're putting out into the universe. because that's going to be your result, and it's going to be reflected right back to you. Thank you. So we have the King of Coins here. Yeah, so you have success here, and especially on the financial front, you do have success. Okay. And we also have you, again, being in that place where you are providing support to others. And for some of you, and I don't want to make anyone feel bad if they're not in a position where they can give to charity, give to others, provide for others with financial support. So I'm speaking specifically to those that are in a position to do that. It's all here, and you're going to feel so wonderful. And for those of you who can't, whatever you can give, even if it's just a smile, it all is helpful in the grand scheme of things. And a smile versus $10 million, like, yeah, obviously you can get more with the $10 million, obviously, but you never know what that smile can do. You can stop someone from causing harm to themselves. You can give someone just a completely different outlook on their day. Okay, and that's priceless. Okay, so it's not about what and how much you're giving. It's about what you feel comfortable doing and what you feel inspired to do. Because the smallest gesture could be the biggest help to someone. Okay? So what else? Thank you. All right, we have the Knight of Cups here. So I feel like there's an opportunity here for some emotional fulfillment as well in your romantic situations. And although I do see for some of you, like we talked about the two different paths going on here. So regardless of how they end up, there's still so much that you are learning from that experience. And if you do go down the path where things don't necessarily work out and that's not your life partner, there's so many lessons that you learned as a result of that you can still view it as a positive experience that happened. Okay? And we know, of course, if you are aligned with your life partner, that, you know, there's just so much benefit, and there's even more enlightenment coming out of that here, more evolution. Okay, thank you. All right, so we have the Tower. Wonderful. All right, so you have support and assistance this month with letting go of things that don't serve you and things that are not helpful to you. And trust and know that it's happening regardless of whether you want it to or not. And that is so that more blessings can come to you. Because you may be blocked in some way, or you may be feeling like you're blocked, or you may define yourself as feeling stagnant or not making progress. And that's what this divine intervention is coming in to do, to get rid of those things, to help you feel like, okay, the path is clear for me. I feel like I can step forward. I feel like I can move on now. That's what this Tower is coming in to do. Okay? So allow the process to happen and trust that anything that's going away is because it's not helpful to you anymore. It's provided the value that it can. It's done its job. So it's time to let it go. Okay, so let's see what other messages we have here. I got a lot there. We'll take them. All right, so we have adaptability. So that's wonderful because we know that we have a lot of change going on here. So you being open and flexible and adapting to the flow of life and allowing life to flow through you, and you just be like there for the ride is what it's about. And that is what you're being guided toward. Let things flow. So we have, okay, so this, if you have a particular like altar or place that you utilize to pray or meditate, you may want to look at that. You may want to update your crystal grid, any grids that you have, to be more aligned with what are those intentions that you have for this month. So as you think through that, there may be some crystals that you can add to your grid, or a different grid that you can create, or your altar, updating that in some way to support your goals this month. So we know we have confirmation that that transformation is coming through. And this is also speaking to you transforming on a deeper level. So not just your external environment and your circumstances transforming and changing, but you changing from within. And we know that that is always going to result in a different environment externally, because it is reflecting back to you anything that you're putting out. So go within and change within so that the outside, the external environment can adjust. We also have death and magic. Okay, so I see more of the transformation coming through. And you can apply this card to however way that you see fit. For me, I don't particularly do magic, because I feel like we all have magic and we all do magic every day. You, every second of the day, are creating your reality, and that is magic. Okay, so just having that general understanding of that. This card may have resonance to you in some other way for individuals, but that's the way that I choose to look at this. And so I feel like that's a wonderful reminder of how you are always creating magic, and you are magic. Okay, so we have this soul plan that you're being asked to remember. And okay, I'm hearing the message here. So the card's speaking to you having those choices. We spoke to that already. And going down the path of least resistance, the path that feels the best, the path that makes you feel good. Okay? Yes, wonderful. I love this card, and this is a wonderful way to end things with just that reminder of take the inspired action, move yourself forward, let go of the past, let go of things that aren't serving you, and open yourself up to all of the abundance and the blessings that are in front of you and are waiting to connect with you. Okay, Scorpio? So those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.